Hi everyone, this is Tommy Stevens with K2 Enterprises. Thanks for stopping by to check out this tip on how you can take advantage of Microsoft PowerPoint's new Zoom feature to deliver your presentations in a richer, more compelling environment. Now, before we actually get hands-on with Zoom, I should let you know that presently Zoom is only available in versions of PowerPoint that are licensed through a Microsoft 365 or an Office 365 subscription plan. So if you don't yet have Zoom, be patient. You'll be getting it at some point down the road. For those of us who already have access to it, this is one of the better features that Microsoft has added to PowerPoint in quite some time. But again, before we jump into the demonstration on this, let me first set kind of an example of when and how and why and where you would want to take advantage of this feature. Recognize that what Zoom is going to do is to allow you to quickly and easily navigate through different sections of your presentation. And a common scenario that I suspect unfolds in many cases is maybe you've been asked to deliver some type of presentation. They told you that you were going to have an hour in which to deliver your presentation, so you planned your slide deck around having an hour to present. Maybe your hour was supposed to be from 11 to 12, for example. But all of the speakers in front of you went over their allotted time. So now you've got to deliver your 1 hour presentation in a compressed time slot of just 30 minutes. And it doesn't look very polished or professional to rapid fire click through all of your slides and try to deliver all of them and not devote enough time to each one of them. So as an alternative, what I might suggest is that you set PowerPoint up to take advantage of Zoom, and then you only deliver the sections of your presentation that are going to be most important to your audience. Let's get hands-on in PowerPoint and show you how to set this up right now. Now, as you can see, I just toggled over to a presentation that I've recently created. This particular presentation has over 100 slides in it. I've intended this to be a 4-hour presentation. What I have done in this presentation, and this is going to be a prerequisite for using Zoom, notice over here on the left-hand side, I've added sections to my presentation. Now, sections just give you options for organizing your slides. You could almost think of them as if they were chapters, for example, in a book. To add a section, let me start by deleting the section that's already there. So I'm just going to say I want to remove this section. And then I've decided, oh, wait a minute, I need to add a section to take care of all of those slides that we were just looking at. I don't want them to be kind of left out in the open by themselves. So to add a section to a PowerPoint presentation, let me first navigate to the slide where I want my new section to begin. And I believe that was about slide number 96 is roughly where that section header was, or where I had my title slide for that section. There we go. And so what I'm going to do is click in this space between slide number 95 and 96. And I'm a right-click driven person when it comes to PowerPoint. So I'll just right-click in that space and choose to add a section. And I will give that section a name. We'll just call it Other Communication and Collaboration Tools. And so now I've got that section in place. Now, even without Zoom, I think there's a lot of advantage to adding sections to our PowerPoint presentations. At a very high level, for example, I can look and see how many slides are in each section. I can also very quickly rearrange the presentation. Maybe we decided that we wanted or needed to talk about cloud-based services and suites before we talked about security practices. So simply by clicking and dragging, I can rearrange that section, kind of like a document map inside a Word document, if you've ever done that inside Word. Understand, as we're getting into the discussion on Zoom, however, you must have sections in your PowerPoint slideshow in order to take advantage of Zoom. Now, with all of our sections in place, I'll just expand things out now so we can kind of see all of the slides. So let's expand the sections and we can see the slides. Let's suppose at this point that I want to take advantage of Zoom. What I would do in this example is to go to the Insert tab of the ribbon and say that I want to utilize Zoom. I click on zoom, and in this example, I'm going to prepare what is known as a summary zoom, which is there for the entire presentation. We could break this down into detail if we wanted to create a section zoom or a slide zoom, but for this video, we're just going to focus on the summary zoom. I click on the summary zoom, and then I tell PowerPoint for which of all of these section slides, and you can see that it's guessing those section slides already because it sees the presence of those of the sections inside the document. So it's guessing, for example, that slide 45 starts a new section. For which of those sections do I want to set up a zoom slide? That will make more sense in just 1 second when I actually complete this process. I'll just simply accept all of the defaults and click Insert. And now, as you can see, what PowerPoint has done has created thumbnail slides, thumbnail images of each of those 6 section slides, and it's put that on, or it's put all 6 of those on a single slide. Now, what's the purpose of that? Remember, my time slot just got compressed from an hour down to 30 minutes. And I may not have time to deliver all 6 sections. So I could start my presentation and then jump into this discussion of options for remotely accessing a computer just by clicking on that Zoom slide, and that takes me directly to the first slide in that section. And I would click through that section, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, go through everything that I have to say about all of those different options. And I'm going to keep clicking in rapid fire fashion here. And ultimately, when I get to the end of that section, which in this case was kind of a long section, it takes me back to the, let's call it the menu, if you will, and then perhaps I want to jump into a discussion of other communication and collaboration tools. I click on that zoom, it hyperlinks me to the first slide, and then I will rapid fire go through all of these slides. As you can see, using these Zoom slides, it gives me the opportunity of very, very quickly and easily creating more or less a customized presentation on the fly without my audience really having to know what's going on behind the scenes. You know, it's the old adage, they don't know what they're missing, right? So, you know, again, if I've been put in a position where I need to cut my presentation short, or perhaps there's a lot of Q&A activity during the presentation, and I want to be able to navigate to specific sections of my presentation to display the answers to the questions that are being asked, Zoom is a great, great feature in that regard. For those of us who deliver presentations, we know that sometimes we get put in some rather uncomfortable situations, I should say, right at the last moment. Fortunately, Zoom can help us deal with those types of situations. On behalf of everyone at K2 Enterprises, thanks for stopping by. We hope that the content of this particular tip is going to help to make you a more effective PowerPoint presenter, and we look forward to the opportunity of sharing more information with you in the future. Once again, thanks. Have a great day.